Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content. If you're new, please consider subscribing and joining the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I intend to do a comparison of Pinkling by Paris Corner, this one, with this fragrance that it has gone around as, inspired by Fragrance du Bois Serene. Okay, this is just about a miniature 7 point. Don't I wish I was about to say 750 mls. Okay, 7.5 mls. So what I'm gonna do, guys, like I always do when I'm doing comparisons, is I'm gonna spray the original and I'm gonna spray the inspiration, and we're gonna just put them to the side and perhaps just delve into what another fragrance that I have in front of me here is doing, so that they really sit. Okay, so this is Serene. Is it Serene or Sirene? Serene, okay, by Fragrance du Bois. I'm gonna spray it on this blotter. Okay, and I have tried this fragrance, okay, because I was curious. It was actually the reason why I purchased this vial. And guys, my apologies, I still haven't managed to find Vanilla Aura versus the Guerlain Planifolia. If I do, I will bring them here because I did promise, but the shop where I buy my fragrances, they didn't have. So I've just put the vial back in so that we put this one on the top. Okay, and we leave it to settle, and then I'm gonna spray Pinkling, okay, by Paris Corner. It was actually you guys, I think it was Paula, that told me that this is a Serene clone, okay, by Fragrance du Bois, and we have a full review of this, but this particular video is for the comparison. So I'm going to put this and this together while they chill. Let us talk about this fragrance, okay. Risala. Risala is a subsidiary to Amorph. This particular one is called Fantasy, in case you have come across it. And the Risala actually says Elite Risala. I'm looking for where it says Amorph, okay, from the house of Amorph. Okay, so in case some of you guys have come across this fragrance, let me tell you what it's doing. It's called Fantasy. I have tried this fragrance. I think you noticed it's unbottled. Unfortunately, yes, this is a fragrance that reminds me of something that I have used before. Okay, this is feminine. It's a fruity floral. It has a strawberry, not too sweet of a strawberry, but it has a bright strawberry there at the top, mixing with what feels like a pink flower. It could be peony or rose. Okay, it's a strawberry, but it's not a strawberry like alone. Okay, it's a strawberry that's immediately met by these florals. There is a peachy undertone to this fragrance as well, and it's a sweet fragrance. I could be wrong on, that floral being rose or peony. It could very well have a white floral or even jasmine. There's like a jasmine accord, that I'm getting in this fragrance. And to cut to the chase, because we don't want the two fragrances that we have sprayed there to dry completely until I lose, like the sequence. This fragrance vibes very similar to Burberry Her, okay? Burberry Her, not the elixir, the regular Burberry Her, okay? And that DNA is crowd pleasing. It's a fruity floral. It does have even a marshmallowy kind of undertone. It does have like a fluffy undertone, even a creaminess, of some sort. It also has that caramelly feel about it, which is something I'm getting in this. I wouldn't say it's bang on there. Like, say for instance, you have Rave Now Pink, another take to that Burberry Her. I'd say the Rave Now Pink is more closer to the Burberry Her than perhaps this is. However, I am liking this one more in how everything is soft and kind of, fusing together there in sync. Everything is flowy. However, it's not a complex DNA. And because it's not a complex DNA, I always say some of the dumb DNAs are easy, to like, making them very popular amongst people, because some people really do not like, complex niche, style of DNAs. And when I say niche, I'm not saying in the sense of niche is is special. I'm just saying, this artistry or story in a fragrance, some people don't care for that. They just want the flat out, straight to the point. What are you doing? This is what I want to know. Okay. And that's what you get from this. It kind of gives you, that cosmetic store, department store, mall situation type of thingy, even makeup-y. Yeah, that is what I can say about this. A nice pink, bright, floral, strawberry scent with like a creamy undertone and quite caramelly as well. So there could also be vanilla working together with the caramel. It's a sweet scent, but not sticky. Okay, so we go back to this, right? This is my Pinkling. Okay, and I have come to you guys with a review of this fragrance, so this is not going to be new to you. And I tried both of them side by side, when I received this particular one. What people are saying about these fragrances being similar is absolutely correct. There is a similarity in these fragrances, but there is a flowiness in this one that I do not particularly get from this one, right? This is a beast. If you watched one of the videos that I did not so long ago, where I was talking about beast mode fragrances, I did say that there is something in Pinkling that is so beastly. It's also spiky, even a little bit woody. It could be that there is, I don't know, maybe citral oil in this, right? And that becomes what carries the cherry in this. Okay, so you get a burst of that cherry in the opening, followed by a spicy sort of like pepper, okay? And you do not get to outright enjoy the cherry alone in Pinkling. It quickly then gets into this dry, musky, to an extent even dusty, feel of the woods and that pink pepper. So I don't know what is in this fragrance that makes it spiky. And the thing is, I do not get the same in this, right? However, yes, I do also agree that Paris Corner should have been going for this fragrance. Difference being that in this, that cherry speaks more. It's even sweeter, even more vivid and more pronounced, even feels ripened, okay? And it's not giving me cough syrupy cherry. It's not giving me that. And I can see the complexity in this fragrance where the woods are also in this fragrance. There could be a very subtle oud, in this fragrance. And of course, that incense or smoke accord. But I think that is where the two then differ there in how they end up interpreting either the woods or the smoke or the incense accord. In this Pinkling, it's super sharp. This incensey woody thing or even peppery thing really endures, giving this one a spiky finish, right? Where the cherry in this particular one is going to be short-lived, while I can see how, in this, the cherry continues to dance through, okay? But yes, indeed, it is in the same scent profile. Like if you wanted to just get a representation of what this one is doing, yes, you could get this. However, remember, the same thing I'm saying it makes this one beastly could be the turn off in this one, or could be where some noses or some people who have smelled this will say it's not the same. If I didn't lose you there, I hope I didn't lose you there. I'm saying both, okay, open up with a cherry note. Okay, this has got the cherry, this has got the cherry. The cherry in here is more refined, it's more sweeter, it lingers more, it interprets as ripened, it doesn't cross over to cough syrupy, it's there, and it then intertwines and marries with these other notes that have been infused in this fragrance in a sequence that doesn't stray. So nothing really gets spiky, or in as much as I think there is also oud in this, you know, but the oud is barely something that you can smell, especially if you're used to that loud, you know, stanky oud. That's not what you're going to get here. You're just going to get a feel of softened woods. Okay, so mostly that ripened sweet cherry in woods and spice, okay, and that black pepper complementing everything that's going there. But I'm not saying that because it's a fragrance du bois. And what I'm saying again is, I, even with what it's doing, wouldn't feel the need to purchase it in full size. Personally, it's not giving me that much of a special fragrance. You know, I do get the refinement in this, but it's not that special to an extent that I would say, okay, oh my God, I'm going to run and buy this. Now, let me give you an example of something else. Is that a fragrance du bois? No, it's a Roja. Okay, I have a Roja in my collection called Verde something. Guys, that fragrance I'm saving coins for. It has, you know, a feel of pine trees. It will take you to a seaside. It has a banana feel about it. It's a beautiful fragrance, okay? And whatever the price is, I don't care. I just said to myself, I'm going to buy it, okay? So why am I giving you that as reference? I'm giving you that as reference as in, to me, this is not a fragrance that I'll say because it's a fragrance du bois. I can see the refinement, I can see how good it is, but even if I had the money there, I probably wouldn't choose this particular fragrance du bois. I'll tell you which one I would buy. I would buy Rude Oud. That's a beautiful fragrance du bois, very different, but this is kind of on the simplistic side and not too, you know, wow. And this does feel a lot like this, but the differences are in the dry down, guys, and unfortunately that's what you carry the most. So this is going to give you what this one is giving you, but there is a screechiness about this, okay? There is some proportion of something that's quite spiky, and the pro to that is that spiky thing makes this one linger a lot more than this. You know, if I'm making any sense. This is a loud fragrance. If you have it, drop it in the comment section. You know what Pinkling does, it's not at all doing what this bottle looks like. It's a very like pushy fragrance with that screechy, dry, spiky pink pepper, woods, and that incense. Okay, that's what you're going to get in this, and wafts of a cherry that keeps dying down, you know, every 30 minutes and stuff. But yes, I can see the similarities, guys. This is a clone of Serene. So if that helps, I hope it helps. And yeah, that's it, guys, for today's video. I was here with Pinkling from the House of Paris Corner, and Serene from Fragrance du Bois, a cherry scented scent that's sweet, fruity, and a little bit woody. Okay, CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. In fact, I think I'm going to try these two today and see, you know, what the result is going to be. Let me see if I can. I've been doing videos back to back, but I haven't sprayed anything here. Let me just try Pinkling, okay, on top of Proud Mary and see how that works. The link to purchasing Proud Mary is going to be in the description. I'm going to try the two and see if perhaps maybe pairing the two is going to change anything, because Pinkling, I think, could do with a nice vanilla to kind of soften it there and cool it down, right? Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.